Hi everybody. Here comes the most challenging part for me, to try to teach you a lesson that I usually do in person, and I can see your faces and we can do some things together. So I'm going to try to do something today a little different and try to hopefully help you understand main ideas and major and minor details. So let's give this a try. Okay, so first of all, let's review main ideas. Let's go look at this. I like this idea, this picture for us to remember that the main idea is really like an umbrella. And under that umbrella, we have things like proof, evidence, reason, examples, explanations, okay? And all of these things under the umbrella, they are our supporting details. And I know when you do a paragraph or an essay in your writing classes, you talk about these things. You say, ooh, let's write a topic sentence, which we already said a topic sentence is really just your writing of the main idea. And so in your writing classes, you write a topic sentence and then you have to give evidence, supporting details for your main idea, information that will help people understand your main idea. Okay? So that's a little review. Now what we want to do today is we want to really look closer at these supporting details. Not every bit of information in a paragraph or an essay is equally important. We already know that the main idea is super important, right? It is the most important point. But all the other information isn't necessarily equal either. So I want to go back to this little idea here that we have levels of specificity, okay? And with levels of specificity, you have in this chart, you know, we had the topic before, but now we have the main idea is the most general. And then you have major details and minor details. The difference is a major detail is necessary. When you write a paragraph or you make a speech, you give your main idea and you have to have major details to support or explain the main idea. If you don't have these major details, you don't have an argument. You don't have a good explanation of your ideas. You have to have major details. Now, it helps to have minor details. Not every time. Not every paragraph you write has minor details. But the minor details add depth, add more information, more specifics to your major details. It has to do still with their main idea, but it doesn't directly support the main idea. It supports something that you said here, okay? So we're gonna do a quick example of this. It's kind of a nice, easy one, but it gives a good example. So we're gonna try to get over here to read this paragraph together and try to break it down, okay? So let me try to move this over here and read with you, okay? There are a number of ways to get rid of hiccups. The first way, which many people try, is holding their breath and counting to 10. I'll try to make it nice and level for you here. However, most people never make it to 10 because the hiccups take over and interrupt the process. Another common method is to try breathing into a paper bag. I had a friend who tried this way and it only made his stomach hurt and his hiccups get worse. Finally, there's the method of trying to scare the hiccups away. If you can get someone to sneak up on you and yell, that might make the hiccups stop. Hopefully one of these methods work for you. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in here for a minute, and I want you to maybe pause the video and just think, what is the topic and the main idea? Okay, so let me zoom you in. Okay, you can pause it and reread. Think, what's the topic and the main idea? Okay. Zooming back out, probably not hard, right? The topic is the hiccups, right? Easy. It mentioned it many times. And then the main idea is really just that first sentence, that there are many ways, or a number of ways, to get rid of the hiccups. Now what I want you to do is I'm going to put you back over to this reading, and I want you to pause, and I want you to find the three major details that support the main idea that there are a number of ways to get rid of hiccups. Okay, so pause the video when I bring it over here and find your three major details. So go ahead and pause there. Okay, so I'm going to bring us back. I'm going to take our reading down here for a minute. Okay, so our three major details. Okay, so we had our main idea, major details. So we had our hiccups. Okay, and then our major detail 1, if you had a chance to look at it, would have been holding your breath and counting to 10, right? Holding breath and count to 10. Okay, now I'm going to leave a little space here. I'm going to come down to number 2. What was our second way? There were a number of ways, so what was our second way? Our second way was to breathe into a paper bag. Into paper bag. And notice I'm just taking notes, so I'm not writing complete sentences. I'm just trying to outline here. And then number 3. Let me add a number 3 here. The third way to get rid of the hiccups was have someone scare you. Okay, so we have, these are our major details. So we had our main idea, we have our major details. Now this paragraph also had minor details, right? So this supports hiccups, this supports getting rid of hiccups, and this supports getting rid of hiccups. Now, I'm going to bring another marker, and I want you to, I'm going to bring you back to the reading for a minute. Okay. And I want you to think about what are the minor details to our major details. So go ahead and pause your video and think about and write down for yourself, what are the minor details here? If you're unpausing, let's see if we can come up with our minor details, okay? Our minor details are going to be holding our breath and counting to 10. Our minor details, we'll put that as A, would be the hiccups interrupt. Or you may have written, you never make it to 10. Okay, but that's the minor detail. That talks specifically about this major detail. It doesn't talk so much about the main idea of getting rid of the hiccups. And breathing into a paper bag. Of course, you probably found that the minor detail for breathing into a paper bag was it doesn't really work, and you get a stomach ache or your stomach hurts, right? And the last one's probably the hardest. Usually when we're in class together, someone comes up with, it's hard to get someone to scare you, or you have to get someone to scare you. That might be something you write down. To yell or scare you. Which is kind of hard, because if you have the hiccups and someone's like, well, let me scare you. Well, that doesn't really work. So I'm hoping you can kind of see here, we had our main idea. There are a number of ways of getting rid of hiccups. And then our major details are different than our minor details. We could write the paragraph without these. This just adds a little extra specific information, makes it a little bit more interesting. It makes it a little bit more relatable. But we could have a paragraph with there are a number of ways to get rid of hiccups. One is holding your breath and counting to 10. Another way is breathing into a paper bag. And there's a third way, which is you could maybe have someone scare you. And if they frighten you, it'll scare them away. That would be a whole paragraph. Okay, so what I really want us to do with all this stuff on the board, I really want us to start looking at information in that general to specific, that level of specificity. We want to not read word by word. We want to read idea by idea. And we want to think what is the most important information and how is it related to the main idea. So I really want that to be your goal this unit. Okay, so we're going to do a lot of, here's the main idea, find some major details. I want you to think critically about the information you're reading. What's most important? Just making a list of what you read, that's not comprehension. What's the most important information and how does it connect to the main idea? That's our goal this unit. I hope this helps. We're going to do another quick video with one of the pages in the book next. Okay? Videos. Hope this works. Talk to you later.